Round 3 of the Vandelay Industries Cup continues here on YouTube. Round 3 of 4 coming up. JC for life here, Pinedale Trails. We're about to head down into it. We made the cut, for which there actually was a cut this week, unlike last week. Anyway, let's dial in here and crack open a opening drive that will hopefully kick out and back towards the fairway again. Wish granted. Only got 2 more of them left this round apparently. Alright. Down 3 feet and we've got a little bit of wind. 4 iron. Might be enough to carry us on here. So we managed to get that little downhill roll and try and get it towards the hole. That would be quite nice. Did hit it fast though. So that's going to go up and over the green and onto the far side and down into the little waste area down here. That's going to leave us with a tricky little splash shot to try and get up and over. The game is offering us a pitch shot, and I'm going to heavily veto that splash shot. Don't want to hit it too far and then go over the far side. That's something we actively want to avoid. Did manage to roll down, leave ourselves in a decent, not great, but decent position to try and tap this home for a birdie from 10 feet. Ah, it's just run out. That's unfortunate. That's the closest we've got to a birdie on this hole since the start of the tournament. But look, par is absolutely fine. We made the cut. As far as I'm concerned, it's free golf. We're absolutely not going to be in any way, shape or form in a position to challenge at the head of the table. But if we put together a strong middle of the card finish, then I'll be pretty happy with that. Aim for top 35, I think that might be a little bit on the realistic scale of things. A rough patch to try and head out of. That's going to sail over the green. I thought clubbing up might be the solution there, but it clearly wasn't. Let's splash out of this rough with a sand wedge here. Roll closer. That's about as close as we're going to get. Very nasty looking break here for par. 6 feet. That's going to go down nicely. So that's fine. 2 pars for 2 so far. And we're just holding steady at the start of this round 3. Ooh, that's not very steady at all. Just absolutely chunked that one onto the left hand side of the fairway. It's going to stay on the fairway. It is going to stay on the fairway, and it's going to leave us a very tough shot around this tree here. And we might be able to actually get it lofted over the tree here with this pitch shot. Yeah, that's certainly going over the tree, all right. Going over the pin and almost over the entire green as well. So, yeah, not the greatest shot in the world, all things considered. A tricky 44 footer for birdie. Gonna head into this break and hope that this carries us back right again. That's an awful attempt. That's gonna leave us 19 feet the other direction for par. Yeah, not a good hole. And just try and get it in with the bogey and just move on. So, the no bogey round is off the table early. The dream is dead. We slip back a little bit. Give me a pitch shot here, please. With a 6-iron. Slightly fasted. Just bounce on the outside of the green here and roll a little bit in. It's fine, leaves us with a 10-footer for birdie. Got a little bit of break either way. And it's a little bit uphill as well. That should do it. There we go. It's great to make back that bogey immediately and just level ourselves out. There's nothing worse than scoring a bogey and just starting the rot and just getting stuck in your own head more so than anything else. It's absolutely the worst feeling in the world for a golfer, real or virtual, because then you're just playing against your own head rather than opponents for the remainder of the round, because you're trying so hard to slap a slide that you're not really putting any focus onto actually improving your game at all. That is slightly fast. It's going to land us below the hole. It's not going to bounce towards the green though. It's going to stay in the heavy rough here. Not great. Give us a decent chip on here. Just going to roll and break away from the pin a little bit. But it's going to leave us with a nice little 4-foot tap in, which we almost missed. And we'll save par. It's alright, we'll move on from here. Ooh. Just cranking these bad drives today. A branch may have saved us a little bit and stopped us from being in a more disadvantageous word I was trying to go for there. Position. We're going up 55 feet. That's 202 yarder. Again, the tempo is just not really with us today. Do have a chance to splash this one up and maybe get an eagle out of it. 101% power, splash it up, still didn't even get anywhere near the hole though. A little bit of roll here for birdie, 14 feet. Break right. Yo, let's go! Thought I missed that for a second. Alright, the needle has been moved in the positive direction for the first time this round. As we improve slightly to 7 under. Alright. This is this hole, which I always dread. .48 feet sheer drop. This hole is always scary. I'm gonna go for the 5-iron pitch here. I have a feeling I'm gonna. Oh, well, I fasted it, so I guess I am gonna go wide left. Distance-wise, it was fine. I just fasted it and it just fell off the green though, which is not good. But you know, not altogether terrible either. Chip on gives us a decent spot to work with here, and we'll just take our par tap in from that sort of distance. That should be fine. Move swiftly onwards, knowing that we missed the water hazard, and counter blessings, and put this hole behind us and move on. Another dirty chunker of a shot. Definitely have to work on being better with my drives. I am still getting like 300 yards in them, but that's primarily because we're driving downhill. Not a good situation to be in. That's fasted at 104% power. Should be just enough to hit the green here. Right down and not barely moved after the bounce here. 21 feet for birdie. We've got an uphill. Got a little bit of break here. I feel like I've underhit that. Just a little bit. It's unfortunate, but we do leave ourselves with that power tap in. That's okay. We move on. Last hole in the front nine here for this round. Driving down 84 feet. Oh boy, that's looking like it's going to fall off the left hand side of the course here. Maybe it's going to stay on the fairway actually, who knows. No, it's not going to stay in the fairway, but it's not going to fall all the way down either, so that's not, it's not super bad. Just, you know, could have been better, that's all. Flop me up with a sand wedge. Okay, maybe could have clubbed up an extra one there. But all things considered, that's a decent spot to put it down. Still have an achievable birdie opportunity here. Ah! Just wide. That's a heartbreaker right there. Like that was a very achievable birdie, and we just let it slip. I don't think it was any fault of our own either, which is, you know, the worst part about it. You know, it'd be perfectly fine if I missed it and was able to point at something and say, hey, that's why I missed it, it was definitely my fault. But when that doesn't happen and you're just left wondering, it's like, hey, what went wrong here? And you're in the middle of a live recording, so you can't exactly roll the tape and go back. Because then you're just wasting your other viewers' time, and then you have to learn how to edit and everything like that, and it's just... a colossal waste of everyone's time, really. Oh boy, that sounded like a rough shot. That sounded like I got more fairway than ball on that shot right there. Let's move down to the lob wedge and get the splasher out here. Maybe the sand wedge splasher actually, since we are going to be losing a little bit of distance here. Oof. Okay, sand wedge splasher was absolutely the wrong decision to make here. Leaves us with a tricky birdie shot here, 22 feet. Oh boy, that was close. That was very close. Still managed to get away from that with a par, but one bad decision and one slight bit of luck running out, and we're back down to par on that one. Definitely felt like we could have achieved something there, but hey, we move on. Slide fast on this shot upwards. We have a little bit of a... Oh no, we don't have a bit of a break. That's fine. We have a little bit of movement right here in the middle, but it looks like Looks like a straightforward 27 footer here for birdie. Oh, come on, go in. No, it's just wide. That's unfortunate. But par is par. And free golf is free golf. I'm not going to complain about it. We're still better coming out of the round so far than we were going in. So I'm not altogether concerned. And don't get me wrong, there's vast aspects of my game that I could absolutely improve on, and I'm certainly not going to be in denial about it. Just, you know, I know my skill level. I'm looking at it, and I know that, you know, for someone around my skill level, this is the kind of score that I should be aiming to achieve, and I'm achieving it. So, you know, if I done better, that's all well and good. If I do worse, and it's just like, well, I could have done better. That's not going to go in. That's just going to go wide. Alright, leaves us close enough. See, this is the tricky part here. There's a little bit of a break at our feet and nothing more. But if we overhit it, we go all the way back down to the bottom of that hill. These putts are the scariest. Still managed to get it in, but it doesn't make them kind of putts any less fearful. You just know it's like, if I'm a millimeter wrong on my swing, then I'm losing not just that stroke, an extra stroke to come back up the hill, and a third stroke to try that shot again. And that's the worst about shots like that. Is, you know, you're playing with that in mind, knowing that this is how much it's going to cost me if I'm wrong. And it forces you to play more conservative, maybe, than you would like. Let's see. Give me a little bit of extra loft here. A little bit of spin. Let's try and get me close here. Did shoot it over. Just not great, which means that we leave ourselves with a dangerous downhill. Hopefully we'll stop it either close to the hole, or we'll get it into the hole. I am fearful about running the whole way off the green. Definitely feel like I underhit that, but maybe I didn't. Oh, that was close. I thought I underhit that rather than underaimed it, but actually the power ended up being like spot on. If I was just like maybe a half an inch the other direction, we would have looked great on that putt. We're in free. Okay, no, we're still not going to go for this. I'm making the executive decision right now. We're still not going to go for this. We absolutely can if we wanted to be greedy, but I would rather play safe and just, you know, get through 4 rounds of TGC without incurring a water hazard for a freaking change. I would love for that to happen. We're going to club down here to the sand wedge. Hopefully the power increase will drop us in like right next to the hole. That is a beautiful, beautiful approach shot. And we're going to tap that home for a birdie. First of the back 9. Brings us 2 under on the round, 8 under overall. A good second round is certainly carrying us right now. And, we're hitting a lot of pars, which is fine, but you know, eventually, like, you do want to start improving on those. It's not ideal. Okay, at least we don't have to take the driver off the deck this time. But the oldie 4 hybrid here is being called into action. That shot just sounded rough. Stay on the fairway, please. Okay, no, we're in the heavy rough. That's a disappointment. That is absolutely a disappointment. May have to splash up with the gap wedge here and just hope that we don't roll through. No, actually, I'm going to stick with the sand wedge. Sticking with the sand wedge actually might have been a better option there. We're short a little bit on the power. 10 feet for birdie. That's gonna break in. Let's go. Alright, back-to-back birdies to advance us to 9 under. It'd be great if I could get double digits under par here. By the end of the round, certainly not by the end of the championship here. It would be great to have a nice little feather in our cap, so to speak, to remind ourselves that we belong here in CCK, if not maybe a fraction higher. But I'm not going to be mad if we don't get it. Pitch up shot with the 8 iron, 77 to 84%. I feel like that's going to clear the water. It is. It's going to leave us a bit further away from the pin than we probably would have liked. It does leave us with a downhill putt. A little bit of break, 25 yards, or 25 feet, sorry, for birdie. Let's leave ourselves close enough for the 2-tap. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. It's a good scramble to still get par. And we are okay. 2 holes left in this round 3. Normal shot with the pitching wedge should get us close. We have that decline in altitude and we've got the wind behind us. So we should clear the water hazard here for sure. Don't quite make it all the way into the back half of the green, which means we do have this little uphill putt to worry about, and there's a lot of roll here. That looks like it's going to fall short. That's okay. Leaves us close enough, and it's a simple 3-foot roll in. That's another par. We move on to the 18th hole, where hopefully we can get a birdie and send this guy in with 10 under. Perhaps not with drives like that. I mean, it's still on the fairway, but just my driving accuracy leaves a lot to be desired. I've done a lot of work to kind of shore up certain other aspects of my game, but the driving and the tempo is just something I'll never seem to get the hang of. This would be great if I could chip it in. I'm going to club up to the sand wedge for this. Chunk it. Chunk it. Chunk. Oh, let's go! Hey, he's done it! 10 under par. I did not think I was going to pull that off. When it rolled off the green, I was like, no, there goes. There goes my 10 under dream. But also, there goes the sand wedge. Chipped up 10.5 yards. Oh baby, that is a great way to end the video. Thank you all very much for watching. It's been great having you here as always. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got a new TS2 here, Titleist Club. Not sure what type of club that is, but I'm sure we'll take a look at it at some point. Now for now, I think we're just going to not change our bag. We're going to head straight into round 4 on this recording session, so hopefully you'll join me tomorrow, Friday, for that. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you guys next time here on TGC Tours. Take care.